premise of doing writing this poem?
Most of the poems are inspired by or demanded by Anusha.
Okay.
She
That
used
means
to she used to give a title and say, I want a poetry by tonight or tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And I proved that I can write if I want hundreds of poems. Actually, it was like a challenge. Because after Life of Love, I did not write any English poetry for long. So I was alone in 2009. You can imagine 2009 to 2017, 2015. Probably 6 years I did not write even a single poetry. But then I was staying alone in Naduvil. She used to send, I won't get even connection, call, nothing is possible. Just give a title and say that you want a poetry, or maybe we'll ask what was your childhood memory. I'll say I used to put a paper boat and then fly. The place where you used to sit and then play and all that, that was, the road was not there into my house. It was all blocked by a step up, and then you had to walk a little and step down. So my house was in a ditch, like a small ditch sort of a thing. So there used to be water clogging, and only a small canal was there which can take water out. When I made the road, the new road for the vehicle to enter, there was no road connecting my house to the road. We have only a small pathway. Only one person can go. Second person crosses, you will have to find a way to climb onto the side wall, and then people can cross. That was the situation when I was child. So that road was made by me, and there used to be water flow. When the whole water from my house, it was little above the whole other areas. We have raised the land. Probably my father would have raised the land, or somebody else would have raised the land. Then the house is below that. That is how probably air condition was maintained in the house. So the water clogging was a normal thing. So childhood only, my fun when rain was there is put to the boat and then get wet in the rain. So when this was told, then write a paper. Most of the titles also would have been suggested by her. Like, I don't even know the word paper boat in my life. I am not very good in English. So she said that's called a paper boat. Write a, that's how probably. And I remember when I was in Kottayam running a workshop for children for Destination IAS Mission CSAT was my program. I think who was the great poet, one of the great poets' granddaughter was there as a participant, Vishnu Narayanan Nambudri. His granddaughter was my class, in my class. So I used to make them creative writers. I told them write some poetry. Then I used to challenge, because those are the days when I used to write poetry every day. So I told I can write poetry on any topic. Give a topic and give me 1 hour. I can sit and write a poem. That used to be my challenge. So for fun, she told me, then write a poetry on tube light.
Yeah, that's also there.
That is a poetry, just I wrote in half an hour and then thrown to her saying that, don't challenge me like this. You are a small kid, I said. But then she said,
is the challenge still open, sir?
Then she said, no, my grandfather happens to be a poet, and that's how we became very close. Actually, she never thought that somebody can write poetry like this, because sometimes the line comes to us and it takes 1 week or 2 weeks to get into poetry. That line keeps disturbing us, right? So, but then that I connected into a one should not write a poetry just for describing a fact. That's what I believe. Poetry should have some inner meaning, and when you read for anybody, there should have been some message coming. So that tube light became a kerosene lamp. The kerosene lamp earlier used to be a transparent glass jar with a top on top of it, and the wick comes out of it. and we can see whether the kerosene is finished or not because it's visible. So I related that to the relationship between people. I know somebody is good or bad, somebody is close to me or not. That is a traditional kerosene lamp relationship. Or then we had a brass small pot sort of a thing which was beautiful kerosene lamp. That's a picture which I gave in another version of this book is available with a different, I don't know which one you have. And
I
that,
have this one.
yeah, so there I gave a picture of a lamp. That you can see how much oil is there by shaking it, because the sound will tell you whether it is full or half. But today, and we know that light will stay for another half an hour or maybe 1 hour. The people who are, maybe today we can extend, we know people are going to die because they have sickness. But today you don't know when they will fuse out. Push, it goes out. It's like an electricity of today. We don't know when the switch is on, whether it will light is there or not. Earlier it was a guaranteed relationship. You know that this person will respond. I know when I go to my village, I know I am going to see that person. Today we don't know whether we meet somebody, whether they will be there or not. People are more agile, relationships are more fragile. So I will not be today after Balasubramaniam's death. I want to connect to my one of my brother who is a good singer, and actually he lived in Coimbatore and Chennai and all that. He's more a Tamilian by heart than a Keraliate. So I used to stay with. I went and stayed with him maybe 2 years back, and also when I had few lectures in Coimbatore. So that's the time I invented. He has passion for a lot of Tamil songs and lot of songs. He and his wife and me, there were only 3. So most of our readings used to be a lot of songs. I just want to call him, I couldn't get, because I thought he's the one whom I can relate to my relationship with SP Balasubramaniam song or something like that. No. So
Which is your favorite song, SPB?
anybody, I think everybody likes Shankarabharanam, and maybe that Ek Duje Ke Liye, that song, Kamala Hassan's Hindi songs. There are marvelous ones, and many Telugu songs. There are all Vishwanathan songs with the Balasubramaniam pair I would have seen. And when I keep watching same movie both in Telugu, Kannada, Tamil, because all these languages are almost equal to me other than Malayalam. So when I know Kamala Hassan won't speak Telugu that well, I also knew that it is SP Balasubramaniam sound. So that match, he was a good dubbing artist. I was very close to such, and more than that, I don't know, many Malayali people may not know. There is a good Keralate here in Hyderabad whose father is a lady, Suma. Her father happens to be a very close friend of mine. We used to be together in some Malayali Samajam association and all that. Suma used to be a young girl that time. She anchored most of the SP Balasubramaniam songs in Telugu. There is a special program by Balasubramaniam's movie songs collections being played in Telugu. I think ETV or ETV. You go to YouTube and type Suma SP Balasubramaniam songs. You will see thousands of songs, and you will see all singers coming and then attending that program, like Yeshudas, Balas Murali Krishna, everybody. Nobody is left in the film field. Singers and writers, song directors listening to him. It is a SP's show, and that used to be anchored by one Keralate, Suma. She is more a Telugu lady than a Keralate. She also acted. She's an actress. She also acted in 1 or 2 Malayalam movies with Mukesh and all that. So I'm a person who follows such passionate person into this. My craze is something like that. So one month I may be fully into SP Balasubramaniam song most of the time. It used to be like that. So.
And the more interesting fact is that he is not Is it echo undo?
That happens, don't worry about it. Yeah.
Okay. And the most interesting fact is that he is not formally trained in Carnatic or in
Yeah,
any
that
other
way, that way we have Jayachandran also. See, whether you are trained, classically trained, doesn't mean that you say from Sarigama Padanisa. I don't believe in. I am not a classically trained person in English. That doesn't mean I have not learned from my childhood ABCD from English people, right? We add. We don't have to. That is not a great. No, we are not trained in Malayalam. We learned Malayalam. So this word training is actually a hitching word. No, I don't like that word training. It is only dog and cat you can train. A human being capture. It is not training which gives you knowledge. Acquiring knowledge is through dialogue, discussions, meeting people, satsang, getting into that. We are not trained to take bath. That doesn't mean we don't take bath nicely, right? So nobody need to train us. So that is not a great thing, because we have great singers like maybe Jayachandran is a much versatile singer in Malayalam than Jeshudas probably. And similarly, Balasubramaniam, he can change his sound also. He can sing how Yes Janaki sings also. Because he's a dubbing artist, he knows how to change his voice. Lady song also, there are some songs where he is singing like a small child voice, no, maybe 7-year-old girl sound also he can make. Yeah, and what is that movie in which he acted beautifully, no? The Tamil.
I watched that movie, but I don't remember the name.
That dancers movie.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful movie, right? Kathal Mannan is the Kamal Hassan's. There are so many remarkable things, you know. Acting in a movie, all that is something great. Yeah. So it is possible. It is not difficult to write. It's like a trend, yeah.
So can I ask you something? But how can you actually write a poem by just seeing the title? Sometimes you may not be in that mood, right? If you
see, I am not. That's what I am saying. It's not always, but yes, you have a mood and you are not thinking something else, and then you have that mood, and then probably a tickle is good enough. I heard Ullur used to write poetry every day. He used to take a bath, sit in a easy chair, and he will write poetry just like that. Right. So Akitam also got award, no, the other day. I can relate to many people very close to me. That's my beauty. When Akitam came to Hyderabad to give award to O.V. Vijayan, I was there. I was one among the few. And Akitam and my guru was very close. So Akitam was a great poet. You give some theme, probably he will be able to write just like that. But it also needs. My guru was like that. He could write poetry just like that. When we used to travel, I told, when there is a small sound, I told the other day, the car is making sound, he writes a poem. And when his granddaughter got admission in the Ayurveda Medical College of Ravi Shankar, she went to Bangalore for studies. He printed more than 300 postcard, on top of which the address of that girl. He knows that next 300 days I am going to write one card to her. And most of the cards were poems. And in which one or two, or maybe she was telling almost 15 are around me, and few of them are poems.
So have you ever come across those poems?
I couldn't. I spoke to her. She spoke to me actually, but I didn't meet her so far in my life. And I didn't. No, I didn't. Must be there. I didn't venture to know what is it. I wanted those poems to be printed, but I did not take too much of We had some initiative, some groups were there, but that was lost. Connections were lost after that. So I don't even have a contact. Yeah, it's always reachable. It's not that unreachable. Maybe it has to come. Its time has to come. That's it.
I actually noted down certain titles which I like the most.
Yeah.
Among the
So the rhythm of life is a good poetry because that is how the whole the title itself came, right? And the design.
Especially the last stanza.
Yeah.
Now I live just by nature divine, feeling myself as my enemy of time. Cloak is silent at home with no rhythm. I weep for none, not even for me. Page number 160.
I know, I have it. That page number is different because this is a different format.
Okay.
This is a beautiful format which is there. That's
it's really good.
These are all done by Anu. Anusha has done this, the redesigning, printing, including the cost. It is not mine. I have not spent money on this.
Last answer is the one that I like the most.
Yeah.
Cloak is silent at home with no rhythm. I weep for none, not even for me. Lost is the rhythm of life in puzzle. When I felt that life is lost in puzzle.
See, Naduvil, you know the place. People who know the place, who understands. I don't mind what is day, when is it going to be dark, when is night, what is lunchtime, when I am going to wake up. Nothing. The clock is not a concern at all. I don't think in our childhood we had a clock concept. Only thing, as we wake up, Amma will say, the shadow of the shade from the roof, when it reaches in some place, she will say it is 9 o'clock, you go to school. That's it. We never had a clock. So that's how the life was. And if you are late in the school also, no problem. It doesn't matter whether you are early or late. It doesn't matter. That used to be our life. So clock was our action. You come for lunch, do some job, finish your lunch, go. We don't see time, no. What is the concept of time? The sun goes, we know it's dark, it's time to sleep, that's it. It was a beautiful time with the no. So after that, we have every time in the office, we know this time we have to go. So that's a puzzle. Right?
Yeah. And you have a schedule. So.
Yeah, and when I'm a person who retired, then I don't have to worry about all this, right? Become simple for us. Yeah. Yeah, continue.
Yes, sir. Then the next one, 91. Cry with someone.
Cry with someone, yeah.
I personally, I felt like that sounds a lot more related to the topic that we are going to discuss today.
Yeah, we are discussing some of the poetry which I wrote long back. That's the subject. He should not be in dark. Yeah. This is available for download from my website, Rhythm of Life.
Okay.
Yeah. So it has 100 poems of mine. Yeah, cry with someone. Is there any who didn't cry feeling lost, losing something? Yeah, it's always. See, however big, great, or however famous, however rich you are, there are only three things. You can be knowledgeable, you can be rich, you can be famous. There are only three achievements in this world. Either you can be rich, or you can be knowledgeable, or you can be famous. Any combination of this is what a human being is. Amitabh Bachchan is famous.
Yep.
I don't know whether he is rich or not, and nobody cares. He may go into ditches with financial condition, but still he is rich in fame. So the financial richness is one, knowledge richness is another one. And for everyone, what you require is, in happiness you have a lot of people around you, but I don't know whether in sadness whether you have a lot of people around you.
very less.
So what is essential is when you want to cry, there has to be somebody whose lap you can lie down and then cry. That is more essential. I need someone is another similar poetry which in the earlier book I wrote. The Life of Love is another book in which I wrote I need someone.
Yeah.
And here it is something like I need to cry with someone. That's it. Why your video is gone, Asha?
But there is some technical problem.
Now I wish to cry to be in company with someone. Else I will be alone in this big world around. Expressing my feelings in, that is what we want. To express our feeling we need somebody. So it's almost like I need someone. That is a normal.
Is it expressing or repressing the feeling and the emotion?
Yeah.
In this book it is repressing the feeling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it is expressing or repressing or no. See, suppressing also happens sometimes. So sometimes it's like Kunjan Nambiar's style. I use some words. We had good English teachers. One of my favorite subject of study during my college time was English poetry. I am from a Malayalam medium. I remember plus 1, plus 2 I had tough time. Equivalent to plus 1, plus 2 was our pre-degree, where nothing was going in brain because English was a foreign language. And I did not understand anything in subject also. Sometime it took 3 months to find out from mathematics textbook which chapter the teacher is teaching. That was my maths knowledge. And I was a very, very bad student. I had tough time.
And sir, how did you cope up with the exams and all?
Exam is a stupid thing. I believe any fool can get good marks in this world. And I did not get good marks. In plus 1, plus 2, I failed in all subjects in my first year. Only second year I managed to get some little mark to get a pass mark. That's it. My plus 1 I failed in all subjects except Malayalam. So it was not that easy cakewalk for me to pass exam, getting good marks and all. But then first year graduation, I decided to study English. We had Macbeth by Shakespeare. So what I did was I translated the whole Macbeth into Malayalam. Before the class starts itself, I finished my translation.
Okay.
And I had that notebook, both Malayalam what is written and English beside me. So I know before the teacher is going to read, I was knowing it by heart. And we had Sali Master, who was a beautiful, handsome, young fellow who came from abroad, from Dubai, with a lot of spray sound, the smell and sound and beautiful. He used to make the class so fantastic, fabulous. I met him last 2 years back. Those time we don't even talk to our teachers liberally. So last 2 years back when I met him, I told that I translated this and I was sitting in the class, and it was so marvelous to listen to his lectures and all. He was really thrilled because no teacher can imagine that somebody translates. That too in a graduation class. Similarly, Malayalam was also my most favorite. We had Shishyanum Maganam, which was taught by a great poet himself as a great teacher. So those days I used to go to temple in the evening with all the poetry written and then kept in the small paper. And while going and coming back, I will by heart this. This is actually Parashuraman going to meet Shiva is what is Shishyanum Maganam. So I feel like I was a Parashuraman going to meet Shiva was my way of going to temple and coming back. So I was enacting and then by hearting. So it was simple for me. I by hearted. And when the teacher was also such a teacher who knows this poetry by heart. but he don't know where he stopped in the last class. So as soon as he come, he get into the class, he will ask, where did we stop yesterday? So it was my passion to be in the first row and sing that last line. Okay, so these are all fun.
Hello.
Yeah, namaste.
ഞാൻ ശശികുമാർ സാറല്ലേ?
അതെ.
ഞാൻ കുസാറ്റില് ലൈബ്രറിയിൽ ബീന മാഡം വന്നിട്ട് വിളിക്കുകയാണ്.
അത്യാവശ്യം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ 1 മണിക്കൂർ കഴിഞ്ഞ് വിളിക്കോ, ഞാൻ ഒരു ക്ലാസ്സിലാണ്.
ഓക്കെ.
Lot of disturbance from here, so I am muting him. Yeah. Nandakumar, your mic was making lot of sound, so I muted you. So I think poetry, if you read a lot of poetry, let it be in Malayalam or English, and then you have that poetry inside you, creating poems becomes a simple process. Writing poetry is much easier than writing a paragraph, because one thing, probably when you write a paragraph you must know a lot of grammar. There is a poetical privilege, poetical freedom for you.
Poetical license to do.
Yeah, there are Kerala poets who writes. I have seen one of the poetry, Mara ra 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 ra, only dot 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 and 3 lines dot. He becomes a great poet. I am not saying just because of that. Once you become a great poet, you write any stuff and then send it to magazine, they will publish it.
Yeah.
But that is why I don't send any of my poetry to any publication, because I don't value those publications, because publications have no value. There are great poets, probably they will write much better, no? How there was a great poet who also wrote a beautiful study on this. These are all, he wrote that it is 27 studs or stars. That beautiful are the poems. It is not difficult to publish. I remember one of the poetry I published in Malayalam magazine. The Malayalam there is a magazine in which I published. So I am sure if you send it, they will publish. But then translating into Malayalam is much difficult for me, because I am so well versed in writing in English and simple for me to write in English. Malayalam it's like difficult. Right. So.
Who is that poet who studied the book that you showed me now?
There are 2-3 great poets. One of them is Agavur Narayanan sir, and another one probably you know him, K.G. Shankarapilla.
Yes.
Yeah. Agavur Narayanan is another one. Radhika Nagarat is another great literary worker. Professor Agavur Narayanan is one who read this poetry and then did commentary.
Poetry. Studies of poems.
Yeah. Agavur Narayanan is a multilinguistic. He was a professor of comparative literature in Delhi University. He is no more.
I know.
He is no more.
I read a lot from Agavur Narayan.
His work on Kathakali Rasayanam is one of the best work. Kathakali Rasayanam. He wrote a beautiful book on appreciation of Kathakali.
Yeah. Delhi, I think personally.
Yeah, but he is no more now. Maybe the last commentary which he wrote was on my poetry.
There was an organization from Delhi. His name was Gayatri.
Yeah, he was there, part of it. Yeah.
One of the leaders of
Yeah.
the GLADE program.
Yes.
Every year, we get lot of literary poetry things, and I met
Your sound is breaking, so it's not audible. Yeah, anything else, Asha, before somebody else?
Nothing. No, sir, nothing.
No, but let us continue the discussion, not until maybe somebody who is really serious.
Pardon?
Continue the discussion until somebody joins.
My sound is breaking. Okay.
So how is my sound now, sir?
Yeah, it's
Is it
okay.
audible?
Yeah, it's audible. Can
Okay.
continue.
Sir, then if I was not like this,
Number.
77.
Yeah. There was one camp at Nanam where children wanted to read this, and then we stayed up to the whole night and then read up to 4 o'clock morning. And then next day morning 7 o'clock I continued the session, so I didn't sleep there at all. It was almost like a 48-hour session. The children were telling that I will finish this, then only sleep. I said, let us sleep, we will take it tomorrow. He said, no, it should go like this. So some portion of that I edited and then posted onto YouTube also. Rhythm of Life reading songs. Yeah. And 77, if I was not like this, what I would be? Yeah, these are all some questions which I got a question. No, what you will become if you are not like this? You can read that, Asha. It will be good to read.
Okay, sir, I will read. Alone I thought, so long I travelled, never knew where to. Do I know where to lead? Am I like this due to my karma? Is there like a dream that leads? I too wish to follow the course, create, dream, aspire to fly high. I am not dreaming. I would be on thoughts.
Yeah.
Continue. If I was not here, what would I be? What I would be? I couldn't. What I dreamed, as I am lazy. Truth that all said around me, spirit of love blown on me. Streams that I flew in like, scared me always.
That, see, this has got a lot of dual meaning.
Yeah.
The streams that I flew in like scared me always, because in my childhood and when I was 4 years old I had an accident
Yeah.
in which
That's
I
why
lost.
selected this poem.
So that is why that, but for others it could be the fate which drives you. When nobody knows my story, when they read that streams that I flew in like scared me always, we can say that the streams of fate, unlucky activities which happened, all that can be the, yeah.
Yeah. I don't dream of the magical world. I love to see me on ground. Old boy from village with short wings. Created my hall of fame. A few visits me at times. Enough is the vastness, soft and pure, that let be. Any drop of inks or herbs echoes beyond bounds. I'm scared of dreams, as I may not be me then.
Yeah. I always know that I have my own limitations. I am from a small village. I cannot reach to the highest level. Sometimes this has a big message, because some people get into real problem because they dream to be much higher than what they can hold.
Yeah.
That is one of the biggest problem which I can slowly land on to your question which you asked. That is one cause for helplessness.
Yeah.
That is why depression comes. Because you don't know what you can get. And then you jump onto that without equipping yourself to hold that situation. That is helplessness, right?
Yeah.
So I knew my limitations. So I don't, even that probably is one of the basic character of most of the villagers, especially from Kerala. But if you look at the people from Baroda, they are all entrepreneurs. They will just jump. They look at Chinese people. If they don't know how to make also, they will start making. The entrepreneurship is essential, but that Kerala people have very less. We are always thinking about not why should we do it, it's good enough. So we all settle very with a little wing, but not a big wing, where we don't fly far. Otherwise, there are people who are capable of doing things. So you don't have any problems because you are self within you are not taking risk. What is there for risk when you become a teacher in a small school where you studied? Nothing is there. See, because every teacher is given with a pencil and a eraser at the behind, and chalk piece is given immediately. On the other hand, they have got a duster, they can rub it off. Any mistakes can be rubbed off. You don't go anywhere, you are within that same subject, you don't do anything great in your life. Risk is there only when you jump out of your field, try different things. So that needs a lot of courage. Actually, people with the business, they have a big risk because they depend on many people around, right? That they depend on market, they depend on the system, they depend on policies. See, if you run a hotel, assume the cook is not well finished. What do? He adds some more salt, you are finished. If you are in a railway station as a station master, by mistake, instead of red green or green red, you exchange that flag, finished. You don't know, anything can happen, right? But teaching is a beautiful profession in childhood onwards. I think most of my relatives are all settled in teaching job. They don't take risk of.
Hello, namaskaram.
ഞാൻ ഒരു ക്ലാസ്സിലാണ്, കുറച്ച് മിനിറ്റ് വിളിച്ചാൽ മതി, 1 മണിക്കൂർ. So this keeps happening. I was so comfortable, or my people around me were all comfortable, because all of them were teachers, government jobs, So going into research itself is a big challenge. You don't know guaranteed that you will get result. You get a PhD. These days it is much simpler, but going out of my village, but I was always, took that challenge to get out, run, go, see what will happen. See, you think that running a small program in Nanam is not that easy. I had difficult situations. When you have seen lot of grill work, protecting the place where people have to dry clothes. That had that small jali grill, 1 inch. That, how do they come from the company is rolled. They open it up and then weld it and keep it. The balance was rolled and kept in a corner. One girl probably, the Gulf students are so well built. In the 9th class also, they will be almost your size, a 22 or 23-year-old size. One girl who was trying to put the cloth on the rope, she jumped onto this half broken grill, and the 3 different nails sort of projecting from the grill part pierced into her leg, and then it was coming out. And I was sitting in the ground floor. I could only hear the sound of cry. In few seconds probably I was on top. Did not even take a minute to reach there. Right? I had to lift her literally from that place to get her leg out of that. With stamping on the grill and then taking her leg out of that, You know what happened? I was on that floor and she fall on me. She was from Saudi Arabia actually. If I could inform their parents that this happened, I'm sure everybody will be in panic. So I consoled her, telling, no doctors also in Naduvil. That village where we have no doctors, no medical shops. You can imagine, no support. If I have to drive myself another 20 kilometers to take her. By the time these people will be here, so half day who will do taking care of giving them food, everything has to be done, right? A single man running a program with young teenage people, nearly 20, sometime 40, 20 girls, 20 boys. It's a big risk.
Yeah.
But I treated her myself, and next 3 days she was all right. She danced with everybody else.